Hey, good evening. Friday Night Live. Kathy Beatty here with Divorce Support Anonymous, coming to you to give you some direction, some hope, just so you know somebody's out there who cares for you and wants to guide you through the trauma of divorce. No matter where you're at, if your divorce is finished, you still have a lot of work to do. And I know that may sound exhausting, but look at it as opportunity for change and recreating and redesigning. But if you're in the thick of it, you can't even look that far down the road, nor should you look that far down the road. But I'm going to be here for you, and I want to be a resource for you so that you not only are not alone, but you get through this and are able to get to the other side and create that beautiful life that God, the God of second chances, wants for you desperately. Of course, ask the questions. Make the comments. Text me if you have a particular question. Be more than happy to have conversation tonight. That's has always been my goal. Realizing we've got a private group page on here, and we also have the public Divorce Support Anonymous page on here. So I don't want anyone to be surprised. Haven't had any issues yet, but I just want you to know and that one of the pages is public. So announcement. So coming November 30th, I'm going to begin a 6-week support group online that does not cost you anything to be a part of. The name of it is Lonely and Afraid Through the Holidays, November 30th through January 6th, Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to come together and we're going to get you through the holidays a week at a time. So I have prepared and continuing to prepare good material, good discussion, and opportunity for you to connect with other people who are going through the same situation that you are, to give you some help and hope. Now, I know it really sounds like a party you want to come to, doesn't it? Lonely and afraid. But you know what? I've done what was the last one that I did? Christmas breakthrough last year, and I've done a whole series on getting through the holidays. But this year, I really just wanted to nail it of where people are at. And they're lonely and they're afraid because they are not only losing the family unit, the spouse, they're also losing those traditions of the holidays, which are sacred in many of our lives. So I wanted to just put it out there. And allow you opportunity to come in anonymously. You can change, we're doing it on Zoom, so you can change your name. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. But I wanted a safe space for you to really deal with what's going on with you through the holidays. The holidays magnify everything, especially Christmas or Hanukkah, if you're not of the Christian faith. Whatever faith you are, the Christmas holiday time is a sacred time for many, many people. And for that to be totally disrupted and lost, basically, is traumatic and adds yet another layer to the trauma that we're dealing with. So I want to be a guide through whether it's your first Christmas or your fifth after divorce. Some of us have not adjusted well during the holiday time. So we're going to come together. I'm going to talk a little bit, but mostly it's going to be a group that I'm going to facilitate. And we're going to ask questions and we're going to talk and we're going to hear other people's stories. And it is going to be a safe space in which for you to come. So you'll get a form like this if you request it from me. And if you can see, you probably can't read it very well, and register for the group. And this is an agreement that I have with all of my groups, that we're going to have a safe group, a confidential group. We're not going to give advice. We're not going to be looking for the next date. So those are 4 of the principles that we have to have a safe space for that. So connect with me, get started, come in, sneak in the first time, keep your visual off, your camera off, put in a fake name, I don't care. But I want you to get the support you need as you go through the holidays. So November 30th, January 4th, join us. Tonight I want to talk about what we can do to, let's see, how did I title it? How to prevent making things worse in your divorce or sabotaging your divorce. And these principles can be used after the divorce is complete as well. Many times the divorce is settled and we do things that really screw up the new friendship, or what should be and could be a friendship between the spouse. We kind of blow it. And we blow it with the kids by fighting in front of them and numerous other things. So I want to just give you some tips tonight to help you not sabotage your divorce. Number 1 is not getting the help and support that you need. Are you getting that support, or are you defying that support? Don't do it. Get the help that you need. Postponing the inevitable. I have talked with people who know the next step that they need to take, but they're putting it off because they're afraid. I get that. But if it is inevitable and it's going to happen, you're only dragging out the misery by not taking the necessary next steps. For example, I spoke with someone this week about absolutely sure that the divorce is going to happen, that she cannot remain married, and yet won't take that next step. So that limbo is just really, really painful. So if you know it's going to take place, whatever that next step is, step into it. Get the guidance you need or support you need if possible, but get into it. Responding in anger to your former spouse. This just doesn't help you at all. Let me just give you a quick verse, one of my favorite verse, a true verse, and I've seen this 1,000 times. You probably have too. A soft word turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Don't stir up anger. That's why I talk to you when I talk with you and I say, if you're communicating with your former spouse, stick with the facts. Very brief, no emotional conversation. And you will limit that responding in anger or that potential for further things to downward spiral. Not cooperating with the judgment of divorce, not cooperating with the mediator, not cooperating with your attorney, not cooperating with your soon-to-be former spouse. You're not cooperating. You're going to get nowhere. You're hurting yourself. And I know these sound so common sense, but I see them a lot in mediation. Taking revenge. We think that there's some things that we're going to do to make things right or to get back at the other person. Only shoots ourselves in the foot. Doesn't help us. You know what it does? It opens up a can of worms. And then we find that that can of worms is really a can of snakes that slither and hurt and strike and destroy in areas that you never thought possible. Because when you start taking that revenge, when you start going down that road, you don't know what the response is going to be. And it is a never-ending fight. And it's not helping you. It will not help you. That's another reason why you need support. You need someone to talk with about your plans and what you plan to do and how you plan to react to what's happening to you. Can you hear the theme? Support, support, support. Because we can't do this on our own. It's too difficult. Hiding and lying. Shouldn't even have to say that, but I do. We think we can hide those funds or we can lie about certain things. The truth gets found out. And in fact, it's going to hurt you in the future because then you might have to go back to court and your mediation agreement would be void. So again, why complicate what is already so difficult? Don't complicate it. Don't sabotage your divorce. Prevent anything further from chaos and pain. That's why we get those network of experts to guide us through on how to respond, to know the facts. Because when we know more knowledge, we have more knowledge, then we can respond more intelligently. So, we just ran through a whole bunch. So let me just repeat them. Not getting support and help that you need, postponing the inevitable, responding in anger, not cooperating, taking revenge, hiding and lying, all of those things. So just examine your heart. Where are you behaving in such a way that is going to just further hurt you or complicate things? My goal for you is to simplify as much as possible because it's complicated enough, friends. I know many of you are hurting. I've spoken with several of you this week that you're hurting, you're distraught. I just want you to know that you are not alone in this process, and I would ask that you do reach out, you do pray, even if you've never prayed before, because I want you to know the tenderness of who God is. And this beautiful verse that says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he saves those whose spirits are crushed." I know you're hurting. I know you're afraid. That's why you don't want to complicate things any further. Hope that's of help, encouragement. Connect with me if I can be a help. I do have some people who are taking advantage of the no-cost 30-minute consult with me. Connect with me. I'll be happy to talk with you, to meet with you. And don't forget to register for November 30th through January 4th, Tuesday nights, 6 weeks, to help you get through the holidays. Take care. We will see you next Friday night. Facebook Live. This is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, walking alongside of you to get you through the trauma of divorce.